Hello everyone. So in this video, I am going to explain about important data engineering concept. So let's start with the types of data which is available for us. So we have a two type of data. One is operational data and another is analytical data. So operation data is usually transactional data that is generated and stored by application, often in relational or non-relational database. So if I have to give the example of operational data, then I will select if we go to any of the retail store or supermarket, we can see there are a lot of transaction happening at every time. So that data, so every transaction generates some data. So that data is called operational data. Now let's see the analytical data. Analytical data is the data that has been optimized for analysis and reporting, often in a data warehouse. So in a simple word, if we see the last point, like we do use it for analysis and reporting. So for analysis and reporting, we cannot use a one day data or the data which is generated now. For analysis and reporting, definitely we have to see the trend of last 3 year 4 year. It means analytical data means the data which we can use for reporting purpose, analysis purpose, and the volume should be like more than 3 year 5 year, like that. And it should be transformed, and it should be prepared for further analysis and reporting purpose. Now, one of the core responsibility of a data engineer is to design, implement, and manage solutions that integrate operational and analytical data source, or extract operational data from multiple systems, transform it into appropriate structure for analytics, and load it into analytical data store. So this is similar which I explained in previous video, like what is the role of data engineer. So simply in a simple word, extract data from various source and then transform and prepare the data for analytical purpose and then load data, so anyone can use that data for reporting or for ML or for anything. Now, what is streaming data? So data engineer often need to implement solutions that capture real-time stream of data and ingest them into analytical data system, often combining the real-time data with other application that is processed in batches. So streaming data is in a simple word, if any of the event happen, that event generates some data. So that data is called streaming data. Just example, if we post something on social media, so immediately when we post, everyone like friends or public can see our post. So that is, it means like w- when we posted something, then we have done one event, so it generated some data and it is available for everyone, means this is live streaming. Similarly, when we can see the weather report or cricket news, anything like stock market analysis. Now let's see the data pipeline. What is data pipeline? So in a simple word, like data engineer extracted data, load data, and transform the data. So every day they cannot do same thing. What they do create a pipeline using various ETL tool, which is available in Azure or somewhere else also. So after creating the pipeline, data engineer just schedule the job. So every day without interfering, this job will run on scheduled time, and it will extract, transform, and load the data into data warehouse. So this is the data pipeline. Now next is data lake. So data lake is a storage repository that hold large amount of data in native raw format. Data lake stores are optimized for scaling to massive volume of data. The data typically comes from multiple heterogeneous source and may be structured, semi-structured, or unstructured. The idea with data lake is to store everything in its original untransformed state. So in a simple word, like when we extracted operational data or other data, so first we should keep the data into data lakes. So after keeping the data, we can transform and load that data into data warehouse. But at the data warehouse, at the data lake, we just keep our original data without any transform. And then further, we do apply transformation and load the data in data warehouse for analytical purpose or for any other purpose. Now, data warehouse. So data warehouse is a centralized repository of integrated data from one or more disparate source. Data warehouse store current and historical data in a relational table that are organized into a schema that optimize performance for analytical query. So data warehouse always optimize for analytical query. Analytical query means the query which we create to get analytical data, I mean like 2 year, 3 year, more than 5 year data. So our data warehouse should be optimized for this kind of query. Now data engineers are responsible for designing and implementing relational data warehouse, managing regular data loads into table. So this is all about important data engineering concept. Thank you.